Now, the card on the bottom of the deck, and I do like to look at that, is I found it seems to correlate with a one-card summary, of the reading when I pay attention to those. This card is the High Priestess card, and she's really kind of a moon goddess like Artemis or Diana, but she's very intuitive. She's very spiritual. She just knows what's going on without... she just knows. She just knows what's going on. She's very in touch with these lunar energies. You'll notice the black and the white pillars, and those are kind of like yin-yang symbols, in that she has a really, really good understanding of the workings of the universe, both the night and the day, and the polarity of the masculine and feminine energies, the mysticism that's represented here in the moon. Even her robe looks like water, which is a flowing elemental and representative of spirit. The pomegranates are feminine energy, clearly. But with the cross and the Torah, it also indicates that she has deeper understandings of esoteric things like spiritual and religious knowledge as well. And certainly she's got a moon on her crown, which indicates intuition. Intuition. That's her crown chakra. She's receiving communication from spirit. And she's a wise guide. In a sense. She is kind of a solitary energy in a way, even though she could be likened to Artemis or Diana, a virgin goddess. They don't necessarily mean that in the technical sense, but more in that she's a woman who is not controlled or, I want to say, possessed or owned by a man. But that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean she's a technical virgin. So anyway, she has to do with getting in touch with your intuition. And understanding just that sense of knowing and being able to tap in and understand things from a higher level, kind of that wiser level that we go through. She really represents the intuition that a person can have. So what's what's covering you in this situation? Right now, it seems that you are in a position where you're kind of waiting. You've planted some seeds, you've done some work, you've tilled the soil, so to speak, either literally or metaphorically, and right now you're waiting for the harvest to come in. And that's actually a pretty good card for this time of the year because a lot of the harvest has not come in. We are seeing corn and certain things, tomatoes and the like, but we still have a great deal of our harvest to be coming in just yet. But in your life, in a greater metaphor, you've done some work and now you're kind of sitting back. The cake is in the oven, basically, and you have to wait for it to well, I was going to say grow into a cake, but you need to wait for the chemical conversion to happen in the oven when the heat's applied to the batter in order for this to come to anything that you want. But it is happening. It is on the way. You've done some good work. Now, this card crossing you, this is an energy that's coming into play. As much as this indicates labor and hard work and skill at that, this in the reverse might indicate that there's something that you are not, you may not be being productive right now. And maybe this is because you've had that period behind you and now you're kind of having a time of rest. Maybe for some of you that's health reasons that you're doing that. Maybe it's just it's a phase of life. Maybe it's summer, you kick up your heels. Some of the plants, when you work for the Ford Motor Company or one of those, they close for a time in the summer as they refigure the machinery, and they do close the factories as they reset everything. And so there's a less productivity, but factory workers and so forth, they do tend to take their vacations in the summer and have some time off to do their thing. Doesn't mean that you don't have the mastery of the skill set. Obviously, you've done some implementation here, but you may be at a lower level of productivity for some reason. Now, what's crowning you is the sun. And the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's bright, it's cheery, it's what we need. This is what's occurring. The sun is actually what is necessary right here for all of this harvest to come to fruition. We do need to have time to play, time to have fun. This is about reconnecting with your inner child or having fun with your literal, I didn't mean to bump that. Having fun with your literal children if you have them. Right? This is really a time of happiness, manifestation, happy marriage, love, all these wonderful things. This card represents a position, it represents what's on your mind or what may come to pass. Okay, positive, very positive and bright energy. Ironically, however, beneath you, you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords are sleepless nights. Look at this person sitting up in bed. Their bed almost looks like a coffin, by the way, but don't worry. This is more of a mental anguish card. Something happened. Something went wrong. You're worried about something, deeply, deeply worried about something. The rest of the cards in here do look like very positive cards for the most part. But, you know, something's going on. Something's going on. I don't know if it's tied into this lack of productivity here. Maybe it's something that, in a sense, you're kind of trying to avoid. You really do want that happiness and that joy, but I'm not sure if you really know how to go about manifesting that. You have done good work in the past. You're hitting the pause button. Maybe this is why. Maybe this Swords energy right here is why. Maybe you're going through some sort of a mental health crisis if you happen to have a mental health crisis. Maybe an anxiety issue, depression. Don't hesitate to seek therapy, to talk about some of these things. Sometimes we need to get guidance from people who are outside of ourselves when we're really going through it. It can help to hear things from a different perspective, right? Sometimes people need antidepressants, whether it's for a short time, or for a lifetime. Sometimes we all kind of need help with something. But something has really been bothering you. This is beneath you. This card represents something that you have right now. So we're not talking about something that may come to pass. The Sun card may come to pass. The Sun card, that could be possibly a Leo. That is the Sun is the planetary ruler of the zodiac sign of Leo. I don't tend to take a lot of stock into the astrological signs. I know some people are really, really into that. I just find that it seems more about the card, but, you know, things can be in that type of energy without it actually being specific or literally so. Behind you, you have the Queen of Pentacles card, but she's in the reverse. The Queen of Pentacles card, because I just said I'm not really into all those, earth, air, water, fire, literally, when it comes to the card itself. But the Queen of Pentacles tends to be that earth person. You know, that's maybe a Virgo. Right? Could be a Virgo energy we see here. Could be Taurus, right? Could be Capricorn. And this person's in the reverse sign. So something's going wrong in your life with a possibly woman. Doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, but it could be. Something is going wrong with that. Could be a manager, something like that. Now, if this reading is representing for you a workplace environment, you've put in this work over here. You've been learning some kind of craft, but there's a delay in productivity. If this Queen of Pentacles is a manager or a businesswoman or somebody who works at your company, and you were applying for a promotion, or maybe you're having some kind of difficult energy at work, this could be that person. If you're involved in a relationship, it could be that the person that you share your life and household with, your life partner, you're having bad energy with that. Maybe your Queen of Pentacles is your partner, and the partner was going through something. Maybe that's why the productivity is down. Maybe this was a health issue for this Queen of Pentacles person. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. It was a health issue, or maybe something was going on where you guys were at the outs. Maybe there's a lot of worry about that. Maybe there's someone significant to you and you're concerned about a medical problem. You're waiting for something that's growing. God forbid, I hope it's not cancer. But this, please don't panic. Don't everybody freak out because I said the C word. But that could be why there's some arrest in this productivity thing, is that you've got other things on your mind. If this is a romantic situation, it could be that you made some kind of an offer with say you're a single person, maybe you wanted to get together with a woman who's an earth sign, or a person who's an earth sign, and you were waiting on something to happen, but it really hasn't been going on. You haven't been working together on something. This card in the future tense here, this is something that's coming. Again, this could be possibly pertaining to a Leo, because you've got the lion here, and again, the sun is a Leo symbol, but it is in the reverse. This is a soulmate card, but in the reverse, it could be a karmic partnership or a karmic relationship, but something happening in that way. Something's stressing you out. For some of you, it may be that you were interested in somebody who's an earth sign and it didn't come out. And you were stressed over that and you don't think that that love is going to be coming in. Or maybe that this Queen of Pentacles is leaving. And that's somebody that you had a relationship or a home life with. It could be that something else went amiss and you're reaping what you've sown. If this is a third-party situation, it could be that this Queen of Pentacles found out you're reaping what you've sown now. And that means disruption and disharmony in your soulmate relationship, which might have been your Queen of Pentacles was your soulmate. The card representing you is the Empress card. Maybe this Queen of Pentacles is you. Maybe not. This one's in the reverse. This one's in the upright. The Empress is the quintessential mother goddess type. The Empress just came up for another reading I did as well. I think Aquarius. But in that same position, in the card representing the person, the querent, the Empress here, she's a Virgo energy, just like the Queen of Pentacles would be. But she's kind of that earth mother goddess type. She's the one who's wonderful with the children. She's the ideal wife and mother. She's loving, she's generous, she's caring, she bakes cookies. Okay? Maybe not literally in your environment, but either way, she's one who really sets up a wonderful, warm, inviting household. She's the person who turns your house into a home. Sometimes the Empress can be taken for granted if the people in their life aren't paying attention. That's the truth. But in this reading, you've got both of these figures in here. This is the 2, this is the 3. She's very intuitive, but she's kind of on her own. She's sort of the scholar. She's kind of back in the scenes, or back I don't want to say hiding, but she's just as good in a tower with books or in meditation by herself. The Empress is the one with the children clinging to her and the puppies and the kittens and all the rest. The entertainer, the hostess with the mostess. They're like sisters, but they're both very in touch with their intuition. In some kind of situation, let me can that for a moment and keep going. The environment card, here's the Ace of Cups in the reverse. We want to see this in the upright. We know that. This is falling in love. This is the beginning of some new pursuit in love. These two need to be in the upright together. And then with the Empress card, oh my gosh, you'd have it made. This would be your loving earth goddess energy here. We got the moon goddess over here. We got the earth goddess over there. Maybe for some of you, it is conflict internally. Yeah, we definitely see this here. Internal conflict. These are mental, these swords here. This is an air sign. Air sign is about mental. It's about communication. These aren't cups that are overturned. These are swords. But the person's going through a lot of hell about that. There may be somebody that you've been thinking about and had some kind of love feelings for, and it's just kind of not working out. This is your environment card right here, this Ace of Cups in reverse. And this is your future card, is the soulmate in reverse. This is not coming out. And that could be what's stressing you so much. You were hoping for this earth sign, or maybe hoping to establish something with this person. And the Queen of Pentacles, she also keeps a good, she's kind of like the Empress herself. She keeps a good home life and family life and all the rest of that. This is what you were hoping for. You were hoping for the sun to release you from some kind of emotional pain over here. What are you sitting in that's that emotionally painful that you're fantasizing about something else? What is that? What are you doing? What are you not doing to move something forward? You know what you want, and you're feeling this burden. This is burden and responsibility, and you're breaking your back trying to be something you're not. You're not feeling it. Why? How can this woman here be in the reverse position over here? She is love. What's happening? What's going on? Is this you or someone else? This is the card representing you. So I'm thinking this would be the case. But why is this woman feeling in that energy right there? We also have this card up here. This is a marriage that's not coming off. Some of you were in love with somebody and it's not happening, and it's breaking you up. It's unequal in your relationship, and it's taking a great deal of strength. A great deal of strength. This is another Leo card. What is this about? Here we got the sun. These are both Leo cards. Why? What's going on? Oh, okay. So let me put these back. I did it incorrectly, of course. Hopes and fears. This is about working with people, right? This is about job, employment, something. This is in the upright. This is a good thing. This is what you're hoping for. But right now you're stalling in your productivity. Yes, there's good stuff coming in, but that doesn't mean you can't still be working right now to hone your craft and to get the next product lined up. So what's that about, right? This is what you're hoping for. Now, one thing I've noticed in my own life anyway is that the things that I tend to hope for are the things that I fear the most. I don't know what that's about. But a lot of times we do kind of get in our own way with things. We just get in our own way for some reasons. For some of you where this is an employment type reading, it seems like you've been having some kind of negative energy in the past with a boss lady. Not necessarily a lady, though. I don't want to say that. Your work productivity is coming down and you're just not establishing a good partnership where you currently are. And it's giving you a great deal of grief to have that. This Empress, that's who you could be. That's who you're waiting on here. Some of you, it could even be a pregnancy. Because here, this is about waiting for the fruits of your labor. And the Empress, she is the goddess of fertility. And this is about working towards something. Maybe some of you are on maternity leave, and that's why there's an arrest in your productivity. I mean, how can you be more productive than when you're pregnant and you're creating a child in your womb? But you get what I'm saying. At least from an external work-a-day world kind of prejudicial viewpoint, again, you're clearly doing a lot in a day. Hello, I made a long today, right? So there's that positive energy there. But not enjoying what you're doing, fearing a new business into entrepreneurship, collaboration, working in a partnership with somebody. Could be about that. Now, this to me reminds me of a cathedral, and some of these people look sort of official as well. We also had this card coming in here, which is the reverse. This is the wedding card right here, the Four of Wands. This is in the reverse. For some of you, you really were hoping on that person and some kind of a marriage. This looks like you're talking to the people to officiate and you're right there at the cathedral. Then again, this could be a business or working partnership. And you're saying, well, there's some kind of a dynamic there in the workplace where you may be thinking about changing jobs. Because this really is your energy. But if your workplace is holding you back, why this person is struggling with all these worries. What's that about? And then the final outcome card is the King of Wands in reverse. And this is, again, this is another Leo symbol right here. We've got the lion up here, the salamander. Those are sun symbols, a lizard down here. But Wands could also be a Sagittarius or an Aries as well. In the upright, this is about a person who is master of his domain, and he's really good at implementing ideas and very passionate about ideas. This is not somebody that crazy loses their temper, though. I don't mean that kind of a passion. Not that any human being is perfect, but this person is, they got it going on, right? They're doing new things. There's a lot of leaves and a lot of growth in this wand. In the reverse, it's kind of like maybe there's some sort of a passion pursuit that you're not bringing into play, whether it's a relationship or a business idea. The lack of passion, there's a lack of love. There's something. There's something that you're feeling and you're not allowing yourself to express it. And the question would be, why are you holding yourself back in that? What is holding yourself back? A lot of questions. Let's see, however, if we can find some advice from the angels in our oracle cards. But it does look like there may be some difficult internal struggles right now for you. There still is a lot of joy and happiness. And I don't want, before we go to the cards, I don't want to leave it on a bad note either. As much as there can be going on, you still have some positive things in your environment. You still do have some things on the way that are very positive, as we see in this fruits of your labors card. There still is a pride that you get in your work. whatever that looks like. But this almost seems to me like it's going to be some sort of a side business, that you may feel stale or stagnant in your job where you are now, especially if this is some kind of a manager energy that's inverted. Then again, you may have had an idea or a project that you were working on that just kind of never took off the ground, and it's kind of chewing you up a little bit. You weren't able to have that dream partnership. Maybe you weren't able to market or to sell your idea to somebody because there were bugs in it.